Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're digging lugworm so we can go fishing tonight on the west coast of Guernsey. Tonight I want to go bass and gilthead bream fishing from the shore. Just come down here to get some lugworm. I'm down here where Mr. Smash Fishing's boat is. That's his little boat just over there. And we're in a bay called Roos. Now we do get some lugworm here. It's been quite hard digging, to be honest, recently. Everybody has been coming here, so it's absolutely decimated the place. No one ever used to come here really, and now there's loads of people that come here, so there's not a lot of lugworm, but hopefully we can get a few and we can get fishing tonight. So let's get to it. Let's try and dig this bait. You'll see my fork isn't the best. I'll give you a show of my fork. It's the 3-prong special. So let's get straight to it. Hope you're going to enjoy it. Digging lugworm is probably one of the easiest baits to dig here in the Channel Islands. It is so readily available, you can get it off most beaches. We're down here at Roos. It has been impacted massively by bait diggers, but I'm going to give it a go and hopefully we can get a few. Nice one there. That's what we're looking for, lugworm. Couple of niceies there, beautiful. Now all I'm doing is penetrating the fork vertically into the sand. Another one there. Then just pulling the fork back and lifting up these worms. Turning the sand over while lifting it out. Just to reveal the underside of it, to reveal these lovely, luscious lugworm. Very simple, but very effective. That's a nice worm. Oh, another one. Might have just found the new spot. It's got some nice ones there. First dig. Some nicer stuff here. We got a few, but that tide is racing up, look. It's right there. It's round Smash's boat now, so we'll move up, try and get a few more. But I can't see us getting much more. Okay everyone, we got a few nice worms there. Nice big bucket full. We're going to go bass and gilthead bream fishing tonight. I hope you're going to join us. Next stop, we'll be down at Cobo. Well everybody, welcome back. We're down Cobo Bay. It's flat calm. 3 mile an hour easterly winds, so the wind's going to be behind us. It's going to be like an absolute mill pond. And I reckon we're going to get bass and gilthead bream. So let's get straight to it. Let's go get them. Well, we're down the beach now. I've just got the tripod out. I want to say a big shout out to Daryl before we start. Daryl Butcher. He gave me this tripod here, so I just want to say thanks to him. It's a cracking tripod. Got the rods already rigged up, set up. We're using running ledger rigs tonight. Simple, very, very simple. 5 to 6 ounce weights, and we're just going to be using size 2.0 or 3.0 hooks. Going to be using lugworm tonight, obviously the lugworm that I dug earlier, and I dug some yesterday as well, which ain't so good, but we have got some nice pieces of lugworm to put on these hooks, and hopefully that's going to entice the bass and the gilthead to have a nibble. Hopefully they're in the bay. We had nothing on the east coast last night. I did go fishing, I did try and make a video, but we had an absolute horrible session. Caught absolutely nothing. So once I've got the weights on and the bait on, I'll give you a show of the rods and how they're set up. Then we'll blast them out there and hopefully start getting to a few fish. Hopefully it's going to be a good fishing session. So before we get going, give you a run through of the setup. This is my running ledger rig. All it consists of is a bead just to protect the top eye, a zip slider with a 6-ounce weight which I've made in one of my moulds with Tim. Then I've got another bead just to protect the knot on the swivel, just a 250-pound break and strain swivel. This is down to a 2-foot trace. We just I've got a very small hook on this, trying to get a red mullet or a flatty with this, and we just got a load of lugworm on there. We ain't going to be shy on baits tonight. And on the second rod, exactly the same setup, just a bigger hook with a lot more lugworm on, because we want to attract those bass or gilthead. So hopefully we're going to get them. I'll give you a run through of the rods right now, and then we'll blast them out. And on the business end, we're using the Penn Squadron 2s. They're a 4 to 6 ounce rod, 12 foot in length. Great rods, to be honest. I absolutely love the look of them, and they're not too expensive. I don't really buy expensive rods because I've got a tendency of breaking them in my van, so nice and cheap. The reels I normally spend a little bit more money on. I've got the Penn Fathom 2 15 SD on one of them, and then I've got the Akuma Magnetics on the other. I don't really know much more about it. I know the Fathom 2 15 SD is a very good reel, and to be fair, this Akuma Magnetics been really good to me. It's a really lovely reel. I brought it in England when I went over there, and we popped into a shop. I can't really remember what the shop's called. Hopefully someone put that in the comments. Done really well. It casts really nicely. I really do like it. So we're going to get these out, and hopefully we get into a few fish. Let's get these giltheads, hopefully. Let's get these fish. Well, just had a few inquiries there. Hopefully a sign of things to come. Well everyone, first fish, here we go. Lovely basil there. It's currently night time now. We're probably about 8:30 at night. My phone has run out of battery, so I can't tell what the time is. Beautifully hooked bass, straight in the lip. Fell victim to the lugworm, and check that out. Lovely shiners to start off the session. Now I've been snap casting a couple of times, so I've had an absolute nightmare. But I've put a 2-hook flapper rig out there now, changed one of the running ledgers, and hopefully that's going to do the business. But what a lovely bass. Let's get this one back, and let's get some more. What a great start. You beauty. There we go, second fish. Little schooly bass, not what we want the monsters, but still a second fish, so I'm happy with that. Better than what we had yesterday. We had absolutely nothing. So I'm going to get him back so he survives, and hopefully get a bigger one. Let's do it. The tide is on the way down now, so we haven't got much time, but we'll still keep fishing, hopefully get into a few more fish. Let's go. So everyone, we're back ashore now. Unfortunately, we only had those 2 bass, not a very good session. So what I'm going to probably do is I'll link this into the next video, so the next place you'll see us is at the next fishing destination, and hopefully we get some fish here. Well everybody, welcome back. I said we'd be coming the next night, and we are here. We are not at a different location, we are at the same location. I've been digging some worm today, so I'm sorry I didn't record it. I didn't take the camera with me, so absolute nightmare. But we got some nice bits of worm. I only had a half-hour window because the tide weren't going to go low enough, because we had a 1.8 metre low, which is not very low at all. For digging worm, you want in between 0 and 1. So yeah, anywhere between the 0 range to the 1 is normally good. But I managed to get down there, we managed to get a few, so I'm going to head down to the beach. I've got all the gear here ready to go down. Hope you're going to enjoy it. Hopefully we get a few more bass tonight with the worm white rag, and we've also got some normal ragworm as well. So let's get straight to it. So conditions today, a bit different to yesterday. Obviously the first bit of this video that you've seen, you'll see that it was very sunny conditions here. Tonight it is overcast with a slight bit of drizzle. That may help us on the bass fishing. Bass don't really like the light, it might make them come in closer, so hopefully we'll have a good shot of that. Maybe a gilthead. As I said, I did dig worm, white rag and ragworm, so we've got the best baits that you can get really. Worm by none, or rockworm, is the best bait in my eyes that you can get throughout the UK. Just full of juices. They're like big giant ragworm, but bigger than king rag. Very good. And like we said, we've also got the very good white rag. So the bass absolutely love that, so do giltheads. Overcast, high tide is at 9:30 this evening. We're currently about 8 o'clock. 9 metre spring tide, 8.9. Hopefully this big tide will help us. I always do find here that the rising tide is better up towards the spring tides rather than dropping from spring tides, but we won't let that get us down. We won't let last night's session dwindle us. We still had 2 bass. Hopefully we get a few more tonight. Just a quick show for you. We're using the same rods and the same rigs and the same setups as yesterday, so none of that has changed. Got worm, white rag and ragworm on this one here. It's just a running ledger, and that one is a 2-hook flapper. We got worm and ragworm again, white rag, and then we just got a bit of rag and a bit of worm on the top there. So hopefully that's going to do the business. We're going to blast it out there. It is flat calm, and hopefully we're going to get a few of these fish. Both rods are out. We're fishing now. The baits are in the water. 5-ounce weights I've got on just to hold on to the bottom. There isn't much swell here tonight, so might not even need that many, but you can see the tripod in the background. Beautiful evening. The rain has stopped, so hopefully these overcast conditions are going to help us out magnificently. So bring you back hopefully once we get a fish. I've missed 2 fish already. It's my own fault. I was premature. A lot of things in my life are premature, but yeah, absolutely gutted about that. But I banged some more worm on. Hopefully it's going to do the business. So hopefully I can bring you back with a fish. We have a fish on, everyone. Doesn't feel massive. Probably a small schoolie. Finally, the first fish. Oh no, my line's all messed up. Oh, it's not, it's an eel. It's a conger whip. That is not a good sign of things to come. I've messed my reel up as well. That is not the bass we want. Small conger eel. Right, I'm gonna have to get this little whip off. It's not the bass we want. So everybody, second fish, lovely basil there. I apologise for the light being so bright, but what a lovely little bass. Let's get this back Let's get some more. That's fish number 2. We need some bigger ones than this though. What a fish. We're at high water now. It's been 10 minutes after high water actually. Hopefully we get a couple more fish. We're going to keep trying. Hopefully we get one. Let's get these bassels. Oh guys, we are fish on again. This feels like a much better fish. Not bad size everyone, it's not massive. But that's definitely bigger than the last basil, that is for sure. Right, I'm going to dull this light down and we'll give you a better show of this bass. So here's that third fish, the second bass. We've had 1 conger and 2 bass now. What a lovely fish. I'm going to get that straight back. I managed to get the hook out nicely. So we'll get this one revived and get on to the next one. Yes, look at that. You beauty. We are another fish on. Don't know what it is. Feels a bit better. I don't know if it's going to be a whip again. I hope not. We've had 2 of those already. This feels like a bass. It's not. It's a whip. Well, I never. That felt like a bass to me. Another whip. These things have been absolutely plaguing me tonight. Bloody nightmare. Not the bass we want. Let's get it off and try and get it back out. Well, I was just editing the video there and I just realised that I didn't do an outro. I'm so sorry about that. I just want to let everyone know that I'm going to be doing a lot more videos in the next couple months. I'm going to try and not do so much work. I sort of slackened off on the videos, but I want to come back with them. So keep your eyes peeled for that. There should be a lot more videos. See you then.